I had a real hard time with this truck as far as the bumpers go.
It's a flat piece of metal.
It's a surface is cut out for the piston intrusion.
Cliff, we really appreciate you having us back out here. We heard that you just got done restoring this 40 pickup truck and had to come out and check it out. What's the story on this one?
This is a 1940 pickup truck. Now, if you'll notice some things, some seams and stuff, you can't get them lined up. They didn't come from Ford lined up, okay? This is a work truck.
Yeah.
The assembly line throwed them together and shot them out the door, okay? Now, I know a guy down in Pickens, South Carolina, John, this was his father's truck. He lived in New Hampshire, okay? He started tearing this thing apart and had it down to the bare frame, and he got sick and passed away. So John went up there and got it in 2 trailers, brought it back down here, and of course he come over here. Do you want to buy this? And of course, since it was a 40, I wanted it.
Right.
Okay. So I bought it and then we had to put it together.
Gotcha. And so when did you get this truck?
About 2 years ago.
Wow. So it's been a 2-year process.
Yeah. Off and on.
Sure.
Right. The pinstriping, this is just like it comes from Ford. They had no pinstriping on the bed, just the cab and the hood.
Really?
Okay. Spare tire, we had to make some brackets for it. Can't find nothing for the spare tire. It's all original except for the bed. It has a wood bed in it. 40 and 41 come with a steel bed.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Didn't like it, didn't look good, so I put the wood bed in it.
Sure.
Okay. They're gonna take off 10 points, so let them take it, okay?
It's your truck.
But I wanted wood.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all original. The cluster, 3-speed in the floor. Nothing fancy. Of course, you see it's metal doors.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's clean.
Under this seat, there's 3 holes in this metal frame.
Okay.
On the bottom of that seat's a wood peg.
Mm-hmm.
You can move the seat by jacking the front of it up and moving it to another hole.
So it's an adjustable seat.
So I got it all the way back.
Sure.
For me, okay? But that's how you adjust the seat on this thing.
Okay, so now I'm looking at we've got our foot pedals, our gear selector. This is very different from your Model T over here.
Yes, totally different. This is like a late model. You could say it's got a clutch pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal. It's got a push button starter.
So this drives much more traditionally.
Right.
What we would think of as a modern driving style.
The air conditioning on this truck is you open that front vent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you get some little bit of air inside. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
now what engine is in this truck?
This is a V85, 85 horsepower flathead.
85 horsepower.
85 horsepower.
Wow.
Now a lot of these old work trucks come with 4 cylinders.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, but this one's got a V8 in it. And it's metal. You got to slam it. I had a real hard time with this truck as far as the bumpers go.
Yeah.
The bumper brackets, there's none out there, okay? Carpenters here sells the bumpers, but they sold the front bumper the same number, part number for the rear, and it's different. So I found this out Midwest. I found the original rear bumper.
Wow.
It's a little bit longer and it's curved a little bit more on the
Comes
side.
around a little further, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I got that.
So very common on a restoration, they would just put a front bumper front and back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. You know, if you went out there, you're gonna get same bumper.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want that. It didn't look quite right on the back. I wanted the original truck bumper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now is this a 6 volt or a 12 volt system?
It come originally 6 volt. Okay. I changed this into 12 volt.
Gotcha.
Just because on a cold day, 6 volt system, it turns over like the batteries did. Okay?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I made this in 12 volt.
A little easier to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, that means you change light bulbs. You put an amp thing in behind the dash for your gauges that will cut the power down, or you'll burn your gauges up.
Right.
Okay. You got to do the changeover. You just can't throw a 12 volt in it. Okay?
Well, you can, just might lead to some other issues.
It's going right. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember you said that. We talked about this when we were here before. You can't find this bracketry at all.
They used to make it aftermarket, but they quit. Nobody was buying nothing. Okay. I had the post that comes out of the running board, and I had to make the bracket to go to the post that the rim will bolt to.
Right.
Okay. And it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. No, looks great.
Yeah. Ken, let me show you this powerhouse. If you hit a real hard hill, you might have to gear it down. It's 85 horsepower, okay? But that is an original V8 flathead 231.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, so just as a reminder, last time you were here, you explained to me what a flathead was.
Right.
So the flathead, that head is just it's a flat piece of metal.
It's a surface is cut out for the piston intrusion, okay? And the valves are in the block.
Or in the block.
Right.
Wow.
This one, I had to pull the heads off of it and the intake. It had been rebuilt many, many years ago. And when I got this thing running, it missed, popped, backfired. The valves were stuck.
Gotcha.
Just from this thing sitting. Okay. Tops of the pistons were brand new. I mean, you could tell it had been rebuilt, but it's just been sitting.
Yeah.
So I had to pull both heads and then pull the valve out and free up the guide for the valve to slide through the guide. Put it back together. Now we got all 8 hidden.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, my daddy told me some stuff. That round container there is an oil filter.
Okay.
A cartridge oil filter.
Yeah.
And when him growing up, back then, nobody had no money, okay? And these old trucks, they just keep running. A lot of people would put a roll of toilet paper in there.
I've heard that.
For a filter.
Wow.
Okay? To filter the oil.
That's
A
cool.
roll of toilet paper.
Wow.
I'm gonna buy a filter.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay. And on these old flatheads, the distributor's in the front near the lower part of the engine, okay, in the front. Sometimes I've had a couple come in for me to work on, running real bad, no power, missing. You got 2 sets of points in that distributor, okay? You got one for each side of the distributor. Where the caps go, you got 2 caps.
Yeah.
One set of points fire this side, one set fires this side. So when you lose all 4 on one side, you probably got a bad set of points.
Right.
Okay. I did put a cutoff switch in it. So when the battery's hooked up, that's one of my things. I don't like leaving batteries hooked up. Okay. So you can cut it off and kill the power.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oil bath, air filter.
Yes. Got oil in it.
Now, how does that work? I've never experienced that.
The oil catches the dirt.
So the air comes up through and has to pass through.
It's like a wire screen.
Okay.
Okay. And that oil will get up on that screen and the dirt sticks to it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the radiator is everything's separate. You see, it's like a 2-piece radiator.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a top hose on this side and a bottom hose. You got a top hose over here and a bottom hose.
Gotcha.
Okay. You got 2 water pumps. You got a water pump for that head. You got a water pump for this head.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like two straight 4 engines.
Right.
Wow, that's really cool. I just wanted to take a second and say thank you. I'm overwhelmed at how many of you have taken the time to like, share, and subscribe. And I can't tell you just how much it means to us and what it does to help grow the channel and get us access to private collections, to interesting stories and individuals, and rare and one-off cars. So thank you to those of you who've done that. If you haven't, please take a second and do that. It helps more than you know. Now back to the video. Well, I know you're really proud of this truck. We've been talking about this truck for a while. You've been working on it. And to show up here is boxes of parts.
Right, you know, when I got the truck, it was tore all to pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm wondering why, when we transferred everything over to my trailer and truck and another trailer, if I had everything.
Yeah.
I had almost everything.
Really?
Yeah. So that was cool. I didn't have to buy a whole lot.
Well, that's good.
The bed was in 3 pieces. That bed bolts together. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and then had to bolt it together, brace it up, and then take it to the paint shop.
Now, you mentioned, you're talking about the bed, that originally this came with a metal bed. Was it just a full metal sheet, or was it metal slats, like
no,
slats?
It was a full sheet.
Wow.
Okay, and it had its contour some. It goes up and down on the side some.
Okay.
The metal does. That's why by putting the wood bed in it, I had to make spacers to jack it up so all the wood would be level.
Right.
Okay. I started to call you for that, but I didn't.
Well, you could have. I'd helped you out. And I like the bed sides too. Nice.
Yeah.
So now that you got this together, you're enjoying it. Been driving this.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of this truck?
The hardest, or what I like the most?
I'll take both now.
I like the bed.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest too.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because that took some time. Because I'm not a woodworker. Okay.
Well, I couldn't tell it by looking at it. It looks great. You did a great job.
There's a guy down here near us that does powder coating, and them strips in the back, I painted them. I just didn't like them. I took them strips in there and had them powder coated.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Ken, on this, you see these top hoses?
Yeah.
You see how long they are?
Yep.
Okay. It comes with this metal. See the little clamps right here?
Yeah.
That supports them, so you won't get in the fan belt.
All right. Okay. Makes sense.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I told you earlier about it runs great, but it ain't got a lot of oomph to it, you know? Well, it's got a 1-barrel carburetor. Okay.
Right.
It'll probably get 40, 45 miles to the gallon.
Wow.
Okay, but
You just won't get there quick.
right. This thing does have hydraulic brakes.
Really?
Yeah. And Ford come out with their hydraulic brakes in 1939.
Okay.
The master cylinder is under this truck. You've got to pull the floor mat up,
Right.
and there's a little catch that you can pull off, and there's your master cylinder, so you can pour fluid in the master cylinder. Okay, from the floorboard. Okay, but it does have hydraulic brakes, so it does stop good.
Well, I tell you what, Cliff, this is beautiful. You've done a phenomenal job,
Thank you.
and we really appreciate you letting us come back out here and take a peek at it.
You come whenever you want.
Well, I tell you what I'd really like to do. The weather's not that great today, but what I'd really like to do is come back out when it dries up a little bit, and let's get your 40 truck, your sedan, and your coupe. Have all the 40s lined up,
Okay,
and let's do another video, because I think everybody would really enjoy seeing that.
that'd be great.
We've got bits and pieces each one of them.
Right.
Be nice to see the whole collection together.
That'd be great.
That's cool.
All right, man. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.